unexpected way. The Giants were losers in a disaster game against the Rams a week ago. The 49ers, with Joe Montana back in the action, defeated Atlanta. We're looking deep to the 49er receivers. Carl Monroe back there, number 32, along with Derek Harmon, former Ivy League MVP from a year ago out of Cornell, and set to kick off. This young man who tore up the NFL kicking a year ago has his problems. Ali Haji Sheikh, the Pro Bowl kicker of a year ago, missed a couple of extra points against the Rams. A short field goal attempt for him. We'll talk about it a little later. We're underway. The Meadowlands in New Jersey, the 49ers on the receiving end of the Giants kickoff, and here comes Carl Monroe. And Monroe.
3 o'clock, the Dow posted almost...
Close to the 26. It'll be first down, and we'll watch the offensive unit come onto the field for the 49ers. Joe Montana, all-time rating leader in the history of this game. He does a lot of things. Gets out of trouble, perhaps as good as any quarterback in the game today. Buys that time, if you will, the term they use in pro football, coming into the night, passing just under 59% as we look at the offensive unit.
And he sings well.
Wendell Tyler, of course, a great running back, but prone to the fumble. You've heard that before if you follow pro football. Dwight Clark, one wide receiver. Freddie Solomon can't go tonight. At the other wide receiver, and Montana up on top right away. He gets it to Ronaldo Nehemiah. A pass that could have been caught, but is not. And Montana took a lick, as I was just saying that Freddie Solomon will not be able to go tonight, so Mike Wilson and Ronaldo Nehemiah will take up the slack there. Defensively for the Giants, they open with a 3-man front. They'll slide into a 4-man front on the passing situation. The question mark in that front line is D. Hardison, the right end, this very sore ankle. They perhaps have the finest collection of linebackers in the entire game today. Now we look down, and Leonard Marshall is in a right end, number 70. I'm talking about Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson, McLaughlin, Andy Hedden, not to mention Byron Hunt. Second down and 10. Tyler tries it outside, turns the corner, takes a hit, and gets up close to a first down. And he will be very close, perhaps about a foot short.
That was a nice run. Looked like that could have been designed to go inside, and he just kept going wide, caught him a little bit off guard. Way to go, Wendell. He didn't fumble.
O.J., Wendell Tyler came a year ago to the 49ers, and while he does cough it up once in a while, he was the first running back they've had since Dell Williams in the mid-70s. He can really motor.
Hey, I was there between Dell Williams and...
He meant there's always that exception. I told you today how quickly we forget.
I wasn't motoring too much when I was there.
You are a has-been.
It's better than it never was.
Short yardage. Third and short, less than a yard. They go to Roger Craig, the second-year man out of Nebraska. He surges forward to what looks like the first down out near the 38-yard line. No offense, I thought when you went out there for Buffalo, Jay, you went out to do a little coaching.
He saved that for us, Frank. He's now coaching. We're going to have some real tips tonight, real pointers.
49ers get their first down. This is head coach Bill Walsh, now in his 6th year. Came in 1979. 2 years later, he had won Super Bowl 16. Genius offensively. They have a fine defensive coordinator in George Seibert. Look out. That's what he does well. That's what Taylor does well. Also, he's right there with him and levels Montana. Lawrence Taylor, it's just hard to keep him out of the backfield, and Montana ordinarily would run away from any other linebacker, but Taylor does about a 4.5 40.
Yeah, but this is Taylor's reputation made this happen because, as you can see, John Ayers, number 68, does a pretty good job on him if Joe would have stepped into the pocket, but Joe was panicked a little bit, ran out of there, and Lawrence's reputation, I think Joe is aware of, and chased him in a direction Joe shouldn't have gone.
Yeah, he has earned that reputation, though, with unbelievable play.
But it is true, because a guy comes in, all of a sudden, all you hear about is Lawrence Taylor, and if he can do it, as they say again, it ain't bragging.
Second down and 10. That brought the crowd to their feet. They love LT here. There he is, number 56, coming again. They're taken out of the play as the 49ers work inside, and that's a good way to handle a Taylor. You run at him. And that's what they did with Wendell Tyler over the left side, and they'll get about 3 yards outside the 40 to the 41. It'll be third down and third down and 7.
Well, Don, I know a lot of coaches around the league and players are going to be watching this game closely to see how the 49ers try to contain Taylor. I think they're going to move a tight end on his side most of the time, run a slot away from him, and have the tight end block him before he goes out most of the time. That's what I would do.
Third down and 7.
I love it, Coach.
But where's Taylor now?
He's on the other side.
They'll play him all over the field. Now the safety blitz. A delay is on. Montana reads it. Gets it to Nehemiah. It's all over.
Nehemiah was a bullfrog.
And recognizing
Good
it was
for Bill.
83, one of the great speedsters to come out of the world of track.
Come out of the world.
49ers picking on the blitz, 59-yard touchdown, the second career touchdown for Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah.
There's nothing. All you can say about this one is they just caught a man-on-man, and if you get the Skeet, he is gone to the outside. Go get him, Skeets. Isn't that fun, O.J.? Look how much ground he picks up. All of a sudden, Haynes looks up. He says, that's not for me, man. I'm out of that game.
That's an all-pro cornerback that Ronaldo Nehemiah had a step on. Montana got it to him in the single coverage, and he was gone. Wershing for the conversion.
Mo.
And the 49ers take an early lead on their very first possession. A 59-yard touchdown pass, Joe Montana to Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah. We'll be back. Here, interesting young man. Played from 75 to 79 at Navy. Served 5 years in the Navy and came back to make this team. It was a good return man at Navy, and he is handling the return chores now for the Giants. As a matter of fact, he served 4 years, tried out with the Giants a year ago, and on Monday night we started talking about him. The Navy, we are told, heard about it, and they called him back to serve another year. That's the fact. McConkey will not have an opportunity. This is Cephas, a rookie 11th round draft pick out of UCLA. And he's out over the 35 to the 38-yard line. A quick look at the scoring drive. The big play, of course, the 59-yard effort by Montana to Skeets Nehemiah. There is our scoring drive animation. Once again, the runs are in red, the pass in black, and the black goes 59 yards.
Black is beautiful.
It certainly is. They almost scored on that first play. It's incomplete.
Sims is the setback, number 11. He has Butch Woolfolk. Number 25, Rob Carpenter as setbacks. Woolfolk over to the left side, and he runs right into Dwayne Board after a gain of about 1.5 yards. Phil Sims, who has performed well this year, that 1,400 yards, that was the leader in the NFL through 5 games. He had 4 touchdowns in a 28-7 win over the Dallas Cowboys. That's the rest of the offensive unit. A little shaky along that offensive line. None of them have had a year's experience at the position in which they're playing. Second down and 8 as Woolfolk picks up 2. Sims with time and fires complete to the rookie from Pacific. That's Lionel Manuel, whom we mentioned at the top of the show would see action tonight. He has blazing speed. Let's meet the defense of the 49ers. And they, one would suspect, are almost doing it with Mears. They are ranked 6th overall in the NFC, but they are really hurting, particularly in the secondary. Ronnie Lott has missed a game. They find cornerback. Eric Bright has also been hurt as we pick up our first penalty of the evening.
Holding, number 63 on the offense. Still second down.
Carl Nelson, he held 3 times last week against the Rams. Not a good start tonight. Red Cashin is our referee tonight. But I mentioned the injuries, and we'll look at the holding. Watch number 63. He's working against Jim Stuckey.
Frank, you talk about the inexperience they have. That's probably where it'll show up most of all, is in their penalties.
Second down and 17. Single setback is Rob Carpenter. Draw, Carpenter. Blocks the 49ers. Carpenter puts the head down, bowls up close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up about a 3rd down and 11. I'd like to finish those injury problems for the 49ers. Carlton Williamson, the strong safety, is playing tonight, but he hurt his knee in a warm-up against Atlanta a week ago. Lawrence Pillars is not in the lineup tonight. We have seen Jim Stuckey already, and there's Bill Parcells, the coach of the Giants, now in his 3rd year. 3rd down and 11. The ball resting at the Giants' 36-yard line. Tony Galbraith, acquired this year from Minnesota, a good receiver, number 30, is in the backfield with the Giants as they go to the shotgun. High snap. Sims fires, and it's Manuel who comes down with the ball. He'll be short of the first down by about 1 yard up at the 46-yard line.
Ronnie's giving him some room to work over there. You talk about Ronnie Lott. It was an ankle. It was an ankle, wasn't it?
Ronnie Lott, ankle and toe.
Yeah, so he's kind of just going gingerly back there.
Well, Ronnie's a pretty physical player. He would rather the guy catch the ball in front of him. I think he's going to make him pay the price a little bit and hope the young player may cough it up later on.
Dana McLemore. Dave Jennings had 2 punts blocked last week against the Rams. It had been 7 years that he had only had 1. McLemore from the 16. Good move by McLemore as he works out close to the 25-yard line. They'll mark it there. There's Ronnie Lott. Hurt in the opening game against Detroit. Very sore ankle. Hurt his toe. Had to set out the game in Philadelphia. We'll be right back. 49ers, as you can see, will give you some points. That's all on Monday night. They have not given up a touchdown, this 49er team, in the last 9 quarters of play. And again, considering the injuries on defense, that's remarkable. Wendell Tyler, right side, big opening. Hey. And taken out of bounds by Terry Kennard as the speed of Tyler gets him outside. Nothing was out there in a blue jersey, and all the way up close to midfield is Wendell Tyler on a 24-yard pickup.
Let's take a look at it from the end zone.
The old sweep.
Yes, the old sweep. You see 54, Andy Hedden. He's supposed to come up and turn it up. And he just ran by the play. Wendell went underneath him, and there was no one there. Should have been a safety there.
Near midfield, the 49ers. They lead 7-0. 10:27 remaining in the first quarter. Montana back. Whips it out to Craig.
Oh, yeah.
And Craig with some fancy footwork inside the Giants to the 29-yard line.
It looks to me so many times a pass pattern when you see San Francisco and you hear the fans, they want that defense to do something. They're a little vocal up here, aren't they?
Oh, they get excited.
I like it. But the thing they do, OJ, you may know if you played out there, but it seems like they always have somebody. That's where they design them. But there's Craig. You see, he was going to check block. Nobody was there. He slides out, and that's his little
good running. Well,
safety valve.
Bill Walsh has these guys convinced that on every pass play, somebody's going to be open. As I said in the top of the show, it's a fun offense to play in.
Single setback, Roger Craig. First down and 10. The 49ers near the 29-yard line of the Giants.
There's a guy wide open again. You got two of them.
There's a lot of time.
Look out.
And finally finds the receiver, firing it downfield to Mike Wilson. And Wilson very close to another first down, and I think he has it.
Good job by Wilson. You see a lot of guys try to work that sideline. They're not as aware as Wilson was that time. He stayed close to it, came back, caught it, fell out of bounds.
Well, it's apparent that the Giants can't stay with these 49er receivers. So I got a feeling that Lawrence Taylor, whenever there's a pass play, is going to have to rush on every pass play.
He can't be everywhere, he keeps saying.
Well, he's going to have to become a down lineman and rush this game.
17-yard line, first and 10, the 49ers. Dwight Clark slipped to the top of your screen, but Wendell Tyler tries the left side, and Wendell Tyler hammered there by Leonard Marshall, who is filling in for an injured D. Hardison. Gain of about a yard to bring up second down and 9. There's Marshall, big man, 6'3", 285, came up a second-round draft pick a year ago, but was a little overweight and finally broke into the starting lineup towards the end of the season.
Well, that record has improved the last 3 times they've been on Monday night or Monday or Thursday night.
49ers have defeated the Giants in the last 3 times they have met. That includes the playoff game in 1981. There was movement by somebody. The Giants are saying that it was Fred Quillen, the center, and Red Cashin will sort it out.
False start, number 56 on the offense.
Quillen, the center, with a false start. That'll back the Niners up 5.
He used to have some great conversations with the center when they do like that. He says, didn't you say it was on 2? It's always on 2.
So often you watch a running back turn his head to the other running back, and what he usually is saying, what's it on?
Yeah, what was the count?
Second down and 15. Montana now 3 of 5, already 94 yards and a touchdown. Montana dumps it underneath to Craig.
Look out, look out, look out.
And Craig sprints to the end zone, and they take him out of bounds near the 1-yard line.
Hey, that
Hustling was Terry Kennard and Andy Hedden to save it, but once again, the pattern was deep. Montana with the good eyes and the nifty feet.
Andy
Knew he had to get rid of it. Taylor was on the blitz, and he got Craig underneath once again.
And Andy Hedden saved the touchdown. Again, that's not much penetration up the middle. You're right. He did have Taylor coming in there late.
What they did was a nice thing. They crossed the 2 running backs behind the line of scrimmage. They actually ran into each other, but Craig was able to spin out of it and find an open area.
A 21-yard pickup. First down, goal to go. Montana rolling out, making it look awfully easy as he fires it out to the rookie from Ohio State. Number 86, John Frank. That's his first reception of his NFL career, and it's a touchdown.
He wanted to spike it, didn't he? He thought about it. Is this against the rules or what? I don't want to give him 5 yards.
Super slow-mo, as you can see. Low play action right here. Joe Montana, probably as good as any quarterback ever, moving around, throwing the ball on the run off either foot. You don't have to throw it too well when a guy is that wide open.
Wershing on for the conversion attempt. High snap. Brought down quickly by Montana to the uprights. And the 49ers moving at will against the Giants defense. Lead 14-0, 8:42 remaining in the first quarter. Montana phoning home.
No, he's actually talking to Barry Manilow, saying, I write the songs, make the young girls cry.
There is Bob Uecker once again.
He's not happy, I don't think. Got a bad seat again.
And works his way around this league. McConkey is back for the Giants. Wershing kicks it along the carpet, and McConkey fields it rather nicely. Good look at big opening. He's got good speed, and that was Wershing that took McConkey out of bounds at the 43-yard line, and he could have been gone otherwise.
That was some anchors away.
Scoring drive. It was relatively simple. Tyler with a little bit of run, and then finally the shot to Craig to set it up, and then Montana going to the rookie from Ohio State, John Frank.
Isn't it interesting, in 6 games in the season, 8 different 49er receivers have caught touchdowns, and now with Frank, that's 9 different receivers have caught touchdown passes.
You're amazing. How'd you know that?
Bob Carpenter left side, and the Giants, who came into tonight averaging 2.8 on each rushing attempt. That's the next to the lowest in the NFL this season. They get 1 out of that, and you go back to a week ago in that disaster against the Rams, they rushed for only 8 yards last week.
And I have an update for you, Don. It's 10 different receivers. I forgot Nehemiah had caught one earlier, and he didn't have one coming into this game. So 10 different guys have caught touchdown
That should take care of everyone.
Yeah, I knew that. I just want to let O.J. get it.
2nd and 9, Woolfolk in motion. Sims has a lot of time. Tries to get it to Woolfolk. And broken up by Ronnie Lott.
That ball was just delivered a little too late. Whether Woolfolk made his turn too soon or whether Phil didn't get it out there. He just kind of wound up, aimed it, didn't get it there on time. I think Ronnie Lott's certainly not at 100% tonight. We see him there again, and they seem to me to be working on him a little bit.
It's surprising, this young Giant offensive line. They do a much better job protecting the passer than they do runners, but the run. And normally, a team will block better for the run when you're that young.
3rd down and 9, the shotgun. Tony Galbraith, number 30. Good receiving setback in the backfield for the Giants. Boy, is he open. It seems we're looking the other way.
He's still open.
And Ernest Gray was the intended receiver. Dwight Hicks had moved over for the coverage. That will bring up 4th down, and once again, Dave Jennings will come on. And Dana McLemore will drop for the 49ers. There's Lawrence Taylor. 3 years in the league, all-pro. Hey, it's fascinating. The guy has 35 quarterback sacks coming into tonight, and that's 3 years and 5 games. But when you go with the blitz, you often die with it. There was movement, contact made, whistle has blown, and a flag is down. We'll sort it out.
See, I thought you can move as long as you weren't in a 3-point stance.
What, on the offense?
Yeah.
False start on the offense.
You can't move before the rest of them move, can you?
Well, you can adjust your stance somewhat, can't you?
It used to be that way.
If you move quickly. Nobody will see you.
What does a back know?
False start will back the Giants up to inside the 40-yard line, and Dave Jennings with a 42.6 average into tonight, but his net way down there in the stats for the NFL thus far this season. And there's Dana McLemore. He can bring it all the way back. He's done it twice over the past 3 years. Once he went 93 yards against the Rams. Bad snap, and Jennings has to leap to the right. Hangs it up high. McLemore is contact made, and McLemore fielded the ball. Look out.
He did. That is amazing.
Trouble.
Irene.
McLemore is going to take another one back.
And one referee goes down.
He was clipped, the referee.
Dana McLemore, contact had been made by a Giant. I think it was Terry Kennard, who ran into him, bounced off because he knew that would be illegal. He got away from him, and McLemore came up with the ball and brings it back 79 yards for a touchdown.
How did you know he was going to run that one back, Frank?
I just pointed out he has done it in the past.
Well, we see
Kennard
a
get
host
into
of
this.
mistakes here. This is the first mistake.
Kennard
Kennard
made the contact.
The next mistake comes up right about wherever he is. Here. Oh, here, from another angle. Here's the second mistake. Well, that's the second mistake. That should have been a tackle.
That's a
great move there. I don't know if that's a mistake. That was a great move.
Wishing for the conversion. He drills it through the uprights, and the 49ers are going to be exhausted.
Goodness. And listen to those Giant fans.
They won't be exhausted.
That was part of the incentive. You remember, I did a little check around there. The fans were ready tonight.
I may be stretching a little bit, but I recall a Monday night game that in Buffalo we were undefeated. We had 10-0 on the Giants, and they came back and beat us. We'll see if they can do it tonight. I doubt it, but we'll be back to find out.
College football from Dallas, Texas, and Oklahoma. 3:30 Eastern Time.
Too bad those are all in black and white.
Yeah. They were Giants in those days.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
McConkey, he's getting exercise. He drops again, and Ray Wersching is set to kick off. They might call him back to the Navy after this game again.
He may want to go back to the Navy after this game. And here he goes.
From the goal line.
Anchors away, my boys. Wow.
Down goes McConkey at the 15-yard line. Hustling down there was Gary Carmen, the rookie running back from Cornell, and Phil Simms comes out with quite a challenge. We're halfway through the first quarter, and his team is down 21-0.
No hill for a climber, Phil. Go for it.
Well, Coach Porcells knew he had a problem this year, and he's trying to develop a young offensive line. I think he's doing the right thing. He's letting them develop together, but he's paying the price for it now. They can't run.
They can't throw. Now they're going to throw right now.
Rob Carpenter, single setback. That's Bobby Johnson in motion.
Look at
Sims rolling right.
Nice.
Moab, the tight end, just inside the 25-yard line, about a foot short of the first down. Jack Reynolds there defensively to make the stop for the 49ers.
It was a rather nice delivery and an unusual delivery. You saw him rolling to the right, and he just kind of threw that like you're throwing darts right between those two defensive
Hey, Don,
players.
he did not fall apart. I'm talking about Phil Simms last week, and the Giants were just destroyed by the Rams.
I think
he was
good.
24, 48, 276 yards. He stayed in there.
He's a good thrower.
Wolfolk following Carpenter. And he is taken from behind. Gary Johnson sliding out there defensively for the Niners.
You know,
And he loses yardage.
Frank, I was going to say most college teams, they run the ball. So most college linemen, they don't take the time to learn the proper passing techniques to pass block, but they're all pretty physical guys, especially the ones that they draft in pro ball. So most of them will come into pro ball knowing how to block for the run, but this is sort of unusual. These guys do a decent job blocking for the pass, and they're so young they don't block for the run too well.
They almost did not have enough screen there. It's 2nd down and 11. Simms back again. Fires a shot. It's Moad, and he has a first down out over the 45-yard line. 2 consecutive passes to the second-year tight end. Came up last year as a free agent out of Florida State. Made the team on his blocking skills and has turned into a pretty nifty receiver. First down, Giants at their own 47-yard line. Dana McLemore with his 3rd career punt return for a touchdown. Not the longest. As I mentioned, he had one at 93 yards against the Rams 3 years ago. Gray and Manuel split to the top of your screen. Carpenter tries the middle. This time he beats the Giant average as he gets about 5 out to the 47, and the crowd with a sprinkling of applause because they have watched the Giants attempt to run the ball and all the futility that has taken place over the first 5 games. That's Jim Burth, the nose tackle, working on the equipment. They mark it inside the 47-yard line of the 49ers. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Wolfolk. And Wolfolk struggles up to the 45-yard line. Short of the first down, it'll be 3rd down and 2. And he dodged a shot from Ricky Ellison, who's turned into quite a linebacker, O.J. Came up with those bad knees last year from USC. 3 times he had surgery in college, but he was coming into tonight the leading tackler for the 49ers. There he is.
Formerly Ricky Gray led the SC team in tackles a couple of years. But as you said, he had a lot of knee problems, and he may have gone earlier in the draft if he didn't have those problems, but he's been a good find for the 49ers.
Third down, that graphic is wrong. It's third down and 2. That's Ernest Gray in motion. Inside handoff. And the old flea-flicker. Bill Sims will have to run. That was a forward pass. I think it was intended to be a lateral. It was Phil Sims to Tony Galbraith, back to Sims. The pass should have been a lateral with Sims throwing it again, but it was a forward pass, so Sims could do nothing but run, and he did for the first down inside the 33 of the 49ers.
I would debate if that was supposed to be another pass.
Well, if you knew all of Sims' injuries, you know they would not put anything in there where he had to run the ball.
Well, I didn't see a receiver downfield, and Sims appeared as if he wanted the ball to go upfield a little more. If Galbraith would have led him a little more, he could have had a much bigger gain out of it.
First down and 10, the Giants. Down 21-0. Inside 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Sims back again. A lot of time. And tries to get it to Ernest Gray, and a great defensive play. Ronnie Lott.
I don't know what y'all call this, but we used to have this play.
Phil Sims handing off. This was the play a moment ago. Inside handoff. It goes to Tony Galbraith.
Frank
Sims goes to the left.
And he was going to run.
He was running all the way.
Sure, he had Billy Ard out in front of him. You have a quarterback with a shoulder operation 1 year, knee operation the next, hand operation the next. That was why I questioned it initially.
Oh, the reason why
you're saying it wasn't a smart play. That's what I want to know.
I've been trying to tell you about
I was
this
being
play.
a politician about it.
I'm not telling you. I'm not going to tell you now.
Second down and 10. Carpenter. And Carpenter goes down. Gain of about 4 for Rob Carpenter. It was Tuiasa Sopo, who the 49ers acquired from Seattle after their nose tackle from last year, Pete Kugler, went over to the USFL.
Is that the Manu? That's Manu Tia Sopo?
You were in the area.
Yeah, it's Manu. I just wanted to know which one it was.
Third down and 6. 29-yard line of the 49ers. That's Bobby Johnson. Speedster, top of your screen. Giants in the shotgun. Sims again has the time. He gets the ball to Ernest Gray, and he holds on for the first down near the 16-yard line.
That was
Right Hicks defending.
That was right where it had to be. Look at this one from kind of another angle. We'll see a secondary look. You'll see Hicks up here on the bottom right of your screen. Little back pedal move. Gray makes a little move into the inside. Actually, I was covering the wrong guy there. Now then, you see, he did that on the other side. That was the bottom part. You could have helped me then if you wanted to, okay?
I didn't want to.
Near the 16-yard line. First down, Giants.
Just leave me out there.
Yeah, I've been out there a few times.
All right.
Bobby Johnson again. Split to the top of your screen. Galbraith in motion. He's a good receiver out of the backfield. Sims. Wide open. That's Johnson.
Boy.
Johnson is hammered at the 3-yard line, but he holds on. It'll be first down, goal to go for the Giants. Eric Wright really collided with the rookie from Kansas, Bobby Johnson.
Well, Sims is throwing the ball, and you got to give this offensive line some credit. They're giving him the time.
You try it this time.
I'll try. You see a nice little
That's a
hesitation
good move, isn't it? He has great speed, O.J. He just froze Ronnie Lott and then turned it on.
Ronnie Lott's hurt.
Ronnie Lott's mad trying to catch him there.
Whoa. Somebody else got mad, too, didn't they?
Eric Wright. First down, goal to go. The Giants at the 3-yard line of the 49ers. Giants trailing 21-0. 2:15 and the clock is moving remaining in the first quarter.
Nice drive.
11th play of this drive. Play action by Sims.
Got him.
Oh, and they tripped his intended receiver. No flags. But Zeke Moat, the tight end, was releasing, and somebody had a very opportune trip.
Did you hear Frank Bay tripped?
Well, if we can get it played back, I will show you that Zeke Moat was tripped as he came off the line of scrimmage.
Somebody kicked him in the back. One of the linebackers kicked him in the back of his heel.
They tripped him. Oh, boy. He played for the Giants, did he? 3 winning seasons.
I'm totally impartial, as you well know.
I certainly do. A professional in every sense of the word. He dies blue. He bleeds blue.
Cephas comes into the lineup. A rookie from UCLA, number 31, Frank Cephas. He's in there with Rob Carpenter. Play action by Sims. Looking in the corner for Tom Mulledy. Incomplete. Ronnie Lott once again defensively. It'll bring up third down goal to go.
Doesn't it give you a pretty good indication, though, how the Giants themselves feel about their running attack? They're down there, what is on the 3-yard line, and they go.
When you're averaging 2.8, you're at the 3.
Yeah, but you got to figure it out. You run it 3 times, 2-8, 2-8, 2-8. Figure that out for me, O.J.
Well, I'll tell you something. The 49ers are the toughest team in football to score inside the 20. This year, teams have been there 19 times, and they've only given up 7 scores. That's counting field goals. That's pretty good.
Atlanta was inside their 10, 4 times last week, and they had to settle for 1 field goal. They're tough down here. Sims again. Looking for
got some time, hasn't he?
got a lot of time. And he hits a 49er right in the back. Or
Right between the numbers.
Dwight
22.
Hicks was covering Butch Woolfolk. It'll be 4th down. And
Well,
at 21-0, forget about the field goal.
Well, Phil had to do something, and Butch was standing there. He was covered, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah. Maybe they feel that Ali Haji Sheik, who has made 1 of 5 this year, needs a little work. They bring him out.
Ali Haji Sheik.
Jeff Rutledge, keep in mind, is the holder. He also is a quarterback.
Well,
Ali Haji Sheik, 1 of 5. He missed 2 extra points against the Rams last week. That was just some of the problems they had last week.
Could be a fake.
Rutledge gets it down. Sheik gets it through the uprights. And the Giants now trail 21-3. But they had a 3rd down and goal to go at the 3-yard line. Good defense, 49ers. United first, the 49ers. The 21 points in the game that we did last year with the Cowboys. They've done it already again this evening. And we have 149 remaining in the first quarter. And that is almost 200 games we're talking about over Monday Night Football's history. Sheik hits it deep, and Derek Harmon wisely stays in the end zone. That will bring it out to the 20. I want to remind you, ABC's exclusive coverage of one of the classic events in sports. The New York Marathon will be televised October the 28th. Greta Waits will attempt to repeat her 1983 victory in this event. ABC Sports stated last weekend the 1983 men's winner Rod Dixon will compete. At present, well, Dixon is not committed to this event, and he's going to announce his decision this Wednesday. The New York Marathon, that is really fun. The Big Apple really gets behind that. First down and 10, the ball near the 20-yard line. 49ers with the ball again. They haven't punted yet. This time, Wendell Tyler runs into McGriff, and they'll have to be a little careful about unnecessary roughness. That's just sheer frustration.
Yeah, if you could throw a caution flag, I would have thrown one there.
Yeah. Well, somebody has to do something to get this team going. Maybe McGriff will be the guy.
He volunteered that time, didn't he?
Giants defensive unit coming into the night after 5 games. They were ranked 4th in the NFC, 7th against the rush, 4th against the pass. But if this continues, as it has in the first quarter, those numbers will change dramatically. Second down and 10. Taylor's coming. Montana under pressure, gets rid of it. Intended receiver, at least cosmetically, was Dwight Clark.
They did put a good, strong rush in there. They haven't been able to do much without Lawrence, but check a look at 56 here. Oh, super slow-mo.
They pulled the guard out, John Ayers, who did such a great job on him in the playoff game 3 years ago.
He's dancing. He's got his arms all the way around him. That's amazing, man.
Well, that's being aware of where the line judge is.
That's right. Jim Burke was number 64, the guy that came in there. Actually, this guy hit Montana.
Third down and 10. Giant fans are back with them. Taylor again. Montana out of the pocket. We're going to get the hold call this time.
Yeah, I think it's on Ayers also. Yeah. Ayers didn't see the line judge. Normally you find out where the referee or the judge is and you hold with the hand that's away from him. I think he held with the wrong hand that time.
Well, when the quarterback runs out of that pocket, usually the offensive man
Holding, number 77 on the offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
That was Bubba Parrish that time, but usually when the quarterback gets out of that pocket, the pressure on the blocking offensive lineman will change, and he instinctively will grab, and that's what happened.
Well, if you're going to hold, that's the time to hold, because the 49ers didn't get the first down anyway, so it really didn't cost this team much.
So with 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we'll see Max Runiger, recently acquired after being cut by Philadelphia. He'll be on for the punting, and Phil McConkey is dropped for the Giants. Showing maybe a little undue respect. He's all the way back to his own 30. Runiger hangs it up. McConkey at the 35. And out to the 43-yard line before he's hit there first by Earl Cooper. 42-yard effort by Runiger.
All right, Giants.
40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Giants good field position. Giants once again 3-2, a win tonight. They would be tied with Dallas and Washington, who by the way will play in Washington this coming Sunday. 49ers 5-0. A win tonight. They'll go 3 games up in the NFC West. LA, New Orleans, and Atlanta all are at 3-3. Rob Carpenter, single setback for the Giants. Sims with a lot of time, and wide open is Manuel, and he comes down with it at the 32-yard line. And the rookie receivers, while they have dropped many passes over the past few games, are holding on tonight.
Craig, he had so much time to throw, but it's a pretty good route coming across. And that ball is right on the money again. Look at that. Nice throw, Phil.
Now he's working on a lot. Ronnie looked like he expected some inside help. One of the problems you have with those tender ankles, especially on this AstroTurf, is real tough on your legs. And he wanted to drive on the receiver when he made his move, and he was unable to do it as the quarter runs out.
There it is, the end of the first quarter, and the Giants are down 21-3. If they have a first down and 10, they'll have it at the 32 when we come back. Giant Stadium sold out here in the Meadowlands, watching the Giants go against the undefeated 49ers. The Giants have a first and 10 as we begin the second quarter. At the 32-yard line of the 49ers, the Giants trailing 21-3. Woolfolk spins to the outside and is hit there by Carlton first, and then Eric Wright. But he gets about 5 yards. And let's take a look at the numbers, which was a pretty dominant first quarter for the San Francisco 49ers, to say the least.
Really only in scoring, though, Frank. And that's the, if you look at it, you say, hey, it can't be 21-3. Sometimes when you get that big a lead, I've seen teams kind of go a little flat. We might have a ball game.
I told you we did it in Buffalo against this Giant team on a Monday night.
That's what reminded me of that.
26-yard line, so they gave Woolfolk 6 at second down and 4. Manuel in motion. Sims rolling right, has the pocket in front of him. Fires a shot that is picked off. Dwight Hicks, his second interception of the year, ends a Giant drive inside the 49ers 10-yard line.
Was he trying to force that one in there? I really couldn't see too well that
Yeah,
time.
he may have been. I think a 49er linebacker tipped it.
That's only his 4th interception of the year and not a well-thrown ball. We'll be back at Giant Stadium in a moment. Dwight Hicks with his second interception, as you can see, the 25th career interception. First down and 10, the 49ers at their own 9-yard line. Montana from the end zone. Wide open is Craig. And Craig spinning, trying to pull loose. And he'll pick up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He made that little move earlier and it worked for him. He tried it again and he lost some yards, I think, by that little hesitation.
Defensive players must have nightmares thinking about playing the 49ers. They don't give you any tendencies. You know, some teams, you know, they're going to run off tackle 20 times. Some teams, you know, they're going to throw to the tight end so many times. You don't know what to do against this team because they mix it up so well.
2nd down and 5. Dwight Clark split up to the top of the screen. Has not caught a ball tonight. Craig once again. And Craig battling up close to a first down. 49ers, again, 5-0. That's their best start since 1952. And there's some great names you recall there. Hugh McElhenny, Joe Perry, Leo Nomalini, Bob St. Clair. And they wound up that season 7-5.
Yeah.
For you out there hawking tickets and 52, are you too young for
No, I
that?
was a little too young for that. 57 was my first 49er game. Didn't miss a game after that for about 10 years.
Well, it is not close enough for the measurement. Third down, however, in less than a yard. We'll see the three tight ends. John Frank, the rookie from Ohio State, who caught his first pass of his NFL career tonight. A touchdown shot from Montana. Earl Cooper comes in, and Russ Francis, of course, stays on. Montana takes him south, out over the 20-yard line. First down, 49ers.
If Joe would have kept his head up on that one, he may still be running.
He didn't want to be running. He didn't want that first thing. You know, I got a feeling that might have even been something he decided to do on his own, because those backs sure fired out of that backfield like one of them was going to carry the ball.
Well, they tell you to do that to try to hold the safeties and the linebackers who are playing up there tight.
A lot of them don't do it, though.
Well, I didn't. I'd fake the pitch out.
Get enough bumps without attracting
I
one.
faked the pitch to the outside.
At the 21-yard line, first down, San Francisco. Little change at the line of scrimmage. You saw the receivers adjust.
Easy.
Checks off the ring. Look out, he gets away from Andy Hedden. And he'll have a first down out close to the 33-yard line. Roger Craig having a big night on the receiving end, 16-yard pickup. And he is primarily the checkoff man. Montana looks one receiver, two receivers, and then the checkoff.
Yeah, but Bill makes you think he's the checkoff man. He has other guys run certain patterns to make sure that that guy is free out there. So instead of running the ball on first down for 5 yards, even if the play is not successful,
That's
they're going
Andy
to get
Hedden.
that first down 5 yards. Now watch that. Hedden made a nice comeback on it. But look at this kid run with the ball.
He
does
looks
a good
good.
job.
Yeah, he does.
At the 37-yard line. Bill Ring is in there now. Offensively, as a setback for the 49ers. Gets just out over the 40-yard line, a gain of a couple. It'll be second down and 8.
You know this guy, O.J. Bill Ring, they just tell me, you know, everybody likes him. He wins the, what is it, the most popular player award every year.
Well, he's a hard worker.
Inspirational or something like that. I've never...
He came up with the Steelers, and they cut him.
That way, you know, the Steelers are funny. You look at Ehrenberg, you look at Ring, and whenever you see a player like that, you say he's a Rocky Blyer type. You know?
You did
That's
last
how they
week.
describe him.
Right.
Second and 8. And they are, too. Good receivers, good solid runners. They block well. Look at Tyler, look out. Hey, Harry Kennard will make the save, but not until Tyler gets inside the Giants' 25-yard line. That was the same play that Tyler broke for a big gain on the second possession for the 49ers tonight to set up another touchdown.
Let's take a look at it. It was a sweep that was, Tyler took it up right away. He saw the linebacker go out.
That's
Guard went out and blocked him. You can see the safety and the linebacker out there. Both of them shouldn't have been out there. One of them should have force, and the other one has fill. And there goes Wendell.
That's kind of like you draw him up, though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, that's easy 40 yards. Go ahead.
Not bad for our evening's work, and we have 10:51 remaining in the first half.
I think he had 99 yards on about 12 carries last week. This
He did
49ers
against
team
Atlanta.
has become a pretty good running football team.
First and 10. Here's the 23-yard line. And timeout called as that was
mad.
those were
He ain't
Giants
mad.
fans before they were down 21-0. They care about their football here. We'll be back in a moment. Montana breaking the huddle, first down and 10, the ball at the 23-yard line, third-round draft pick in '79, the same year that his counterpart, Phil Simms, came up as the Giants' first-round draft pick. Tyler tries the middle. Not much happening. He'll get a yard and a half out of that. But he's had an explosive first quarter. And here in the second quarter, has just put the 49ers once again in scoring position. They mark it at the Giants' 21-yard line, so call it second down and 8. Off to the left goes Mike Wilson. Now Dwight Clark splits out. First down, looking for Clark. And almost picked off in the end zone by Kennard. And
nice job
might
by
have
Dwight.
been quite a play by Dwight Clark. He was going for the ball, and he knocked it out of the hands of Terry Kennard.
He really did. Good job. The ball was not thrown well, thrown over the wrong shoulder. You're going to see Kennard sitting right there to catch it. It's a good center fielder. But look at Dwight Clark, 87, turn around. He says, I haven't got a shot at it. And that's what a quarterback loves to see. If you don't catch it, don't let them catch it.
Just knocked the right hand off the ball. The right hand of Terry Kennard off the ball. 3rd down and 8. Clark split up to the top of your screen. That's Mike Wilson widening out bottom of your screen. Dwight Clark.
Is that nice?
First down inside the Giants' 12-yard line. Harry Williams, the rookie out of North Carolina State, defending.
That's looking a long way off, seeing one pocket open and sliding it right in there. That one was really right in there.
Look at Dwight on this route.
Go get him, D. White.
Oh,
watch where this ball is thrown. This is Johnny Joe Idaho throwing the ball.
Well, they say Dwight isn't all the way back. He's not catching as many passes as he's caught in the past. But he's averaging over 20 yards a catch.
Nice concentration.
Over the last 4 years, he was the NFL's top receiver with just under 300 receptions. And only Wes Chandler had picked up more yardage over the last 4 years, but he is coming back from knee surgery.
As he'll sweep.
Tyler, right side, once again. Let's pause 5 seconds and allow our stations along the line to identify themselves. Back at Giant Stadium, 49ers over the Giants, 21-3. The 49ers open quickly, 59-yard touchdown pass. Montana to Nehemiah. Then on their second possession, it was the rookie out of Ohio State, John Frank, who caught a Montana touchdown pass. And then Dana McLemore brought back a punt 79 yards. The Giants answered with a 20-yard Ali Haji Sheikh field goal. That's the scoring thus far. 11th play of this drive. 2nd down and 6. Montana with a lot of time. Andy Hedden faces Montana out of bounds.
Big Joe was probably a little disappointed, maybe even disgusted that time. He committed almost a little too soon to make that run. Maybe if he had waited a little bit, somebody could have uncovered back there.
Bill Parcells, his 3rd year, came to the Giants in 81 from New England. Actually came in 80 and, of course, replaced Ray Perkins in 1982. Ray Perkins moving on to Alabama.
Nice man, isn't he?
So Ray Perkins, you might be wishing this year he's back here. Montana, dumps one out to Craig. Good move by Craig. Beautiful effort to avoid the tackle of Harry Carson by Roger Craig, who's having a superb night receiving the Montana passes this evening.
Yeah, and he's doing a little dance every time he catches the ball. He's getting rid of that first man. That's what you want from a back. You coach the back. You tell him we're going to throw you that swing. Your responsibility is to make one man miss, and you should get a lot of yards. And look at him. He catches a swing. He makes one man miss.
Harry Carson came in and couldn't hold his feet together, could he?
Yeah, well, Harry's been injured a little bit. He's had some problems. He's an all-pro middle backer who hasn't been playing all-pro caliber this year, but he's been hurt.
And that hurt his feelings a little bit right there.
Working for the conversion. And the Giants move it out to 28-3 with 9:04 remaining in the first half. And there is Roger Craig, surprisingly fine second-round draft pick a year ago from Nebraska.
When I was your age, Punkin, there were trees everywhere. But people got...
Second-round draft pick from Nebraska, and he really surprised them with over 700 yards rushing a year ago and 48 receptions. He's caught 5 tonight for 70 yards and a touchdown, having a big night. Worshing. Moves one into the end zone, and McConkey drops and then watches it covered by Joe Morris for the touchback. Giants bring the offensive unit back onto the field. A very hushed crowd.
Yeah.
But they're staying, gentlemen.
Well, hey, they're caught in this big old stadium. There's not a lot of place to go.
Well, you paid a lot of money to get here.
That's right.
I tell you one thing, they're seeing some exciting football. Unfortunately, it's the 49ers. I feel sorry for the Giants here. They're offensively not playing that bad. They're playing against one of the finest football teams in the game today, and they're playing them a night that they're hot.
That's First down and 10 at the 20-yard line following the touchback. That's Bobby Johnson, the rookie from Kansas, number 88 in motion. Carpenter not going very far as he collides first with Gary Johnson and maybe gets a yard out of it as we check out the scoring drive. 12 plays involved here.
Almost symmetrical. Look at that. Dot,
6
dot,
and 6
dot,
balance.
dot, yep.
This time red is beautiful.
It's a Bill Walsh scoring drive. Second down and 9. Carpenter now, the single setback behind Sims. 49ers showing blitz. And the drop out of it.
Whoa.
Sims with a good effort. You bet. It's the completion out over the 35-yard line. And it goes to Lionel Manuel, the rookie from Pacific that they are so high on. Came in tonight with 1 reception, and it's improved on that dramatically.
The TD on a super slow-mo. Oh, I remember when I can do this.
Oh, come on.
Christ. A guy like this was history.
Get serious.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that too much.
Giants have a first down at the 36-yard line. 3 receptions now for Manuel, 47 yards. Carpenter hammered at the line of scrimmage.
The Giants fans are wondering why they even attempt to run at all.
Well, they got a young line. They got to get these guys accustomed to blocking for the run. You know, I was in San Francisco when this 49er line got together. Quinlan, Ayers, Cross, and Farnhurst. And, hey, I had a lot of problems running behind them. I mean, they weren't a good line to run behind, but they've developed into a fine line. They were good pass blockers then, and this Giant line is a good pass blocking line, and they'll develop into a fine run blocking line before it's over.
At second down and 11, Carpenter lost 1. Sims fires underneath. The defender gets it to Galbraith. He holds on at the 42 for a gain of about 7.
It gives Sims time. He throws the ball well. And they got the nucleus of a decent offense.
That will bring up third down. And as they have marked it at the 42, call a third down and 4. Jim Lampley, our colleague, got a break tonight. We got him out of the studio. He's going to be with us for halftime activities.
He's dying to hear about your personal experience on the throwback. I know that was in the first quarter, but I'm sure you'll tell us before the game's over, Don.
My feelings are hurt. Y'all wouldn't let me tell it a while ago. I don't know.
Lamp's one of the fine announcers. Great performance out of the Olympics. We're glad to get him out of the studio. Third down and 4. Sims steps inside. A lot of running room. And hook slides at the 46-yard line of the 49ers and gets to the 45, where it's first down Giants. 14-yard pickup. This is a youngster who has really been banged up over his career. First-round pick in '79. Last year, came in as a replacement for Scott Bruner, who really beat him out last year. Second game he was in, dislocated his thumb. In '82, he had a bad knee surgery. In '81, he had a season of problems with a shoulder. Also a shoulder in 1980, looking for his first healthy season, a complete one. He's got the arm, he has the talent. Phil Sims. He just needs to stay healthy. First and 10, the blitz is on. This time Sims in deep trouble. Tina Turner from the outside on the blitz.
Yeah, that's being ugly.
I'll tell you, they have fun here. I mentioned at the top, they've had 3 winning seasons in 20 years. They have chartered airplanes, circled the stadium, but I mentioned, too, they are great fans. They have, many of them, their season tickets through divorce settlements, estate settlements. It really is remarkable.
They sell it out every week. It's a beautiful stadium.
It really is pretty.
Second down and 16 now for the Giants. Rob Carpenter lines up behind Phil Sims.
Aesthetically, we're talking.
Yeah, they have nice uniforms.
Yeah, we're talking aesthetics right now.
Flag flies, and I think they may have used too much time.
Yeah, they're talking penalty right there.
They're talking 5 yards.
False start, number 63 on the offense.
Carl Nelson on the right side draws his second penalty of the night. A reminder, CFA college football. You'll see it live at 3:30 Eastern time from Dallas, Texas. Texas against Oklahoma. That's going to be a beauty, too. The nation's #1 team, the Texas Longhorns, meeting the #2 team, Oklahoma, in a Southwest Conference showdown. And Don, I know you've seen a few of those down there. They really get it on.
I never could get to the stadium because there's so many people.
For the ticket.
Oh, yeah, for the ticket, too, yeah. It's a great weekend, and it will be a good football game.
Second down and 21. The Giants are throwing 44-yard line. From the shotgun. Sims with a lot of time, doesn't he? And fires one in.
Now, that's what they've had some trouble with.
That will be ruled incomplete. It was Ernest Gray who does not hold on. Ernest Gray, who caught 9 last week. He seems to make some of the most spectacular catches. He was tied for the lead in the NFC a year ago when he had 78 receptions. But every now and then, he just cannot hold on to it.
Well, he had a good game last week. You know, he's been a little unhappy this year. He's trying to get more money. He's on an option year. They've been double-teaming him a lot, so he hasn't been able to catch the passes he wants so he can have a good argument when they get to that negotiating table.
Prevent defense for the 49ers. Third down and 21. And Phil Sims.
Yeah, look out.
He needs a lot of yardage.
Phil.
And that's the Giants' prevent offense.
Phil.
Prevent offense? I like that, Frank.
Well, he really knew he had 21 yards to go, and he wasn't going to throw up the interception. It was not a bad move. He just did not have a receiver.
I get it.
He's a Giant.
Yeah, he's in there.
Just sorting out the facts.
Phil says, "Will somebody please help me?"
Dave Jennings comes on fourth down, and Dana McLemore, who's already brought one back 79 yards for a touchdown, is dropped for the 49ers inside his own 20. 4:47 remaining in the first half. Beautiful punt this time by Jennings. McLemore settles in at the 18.
Oh, good move.
Dana.
Just puts the head down, tries to pop it, and gets out close to the 24-yard line. A 43-yard effort that time by Dave Jennings. 7-yard return by McLemore. We'll be back at Giant Stadium in a moment.
You know, yeah, I got a little story. A friend of mine in Santa Fe, Bill Simmons, his father was the guy that actually found the first Smokey Bear, his little bear that had been burned in a forest fire. They brought him down and saved him, and that was the first Smokey the Bear. Isn't it amazing?
Well, that's sweet, too.
Well, it is, yeah, and that's what started.
I wouldn't advise anyone just to go out and find a wounded bear and
That's
back to
well,
health.
he's in the right place because the 49ers are on fire.
First down and 10. 49ers from the 24-yard line. This is Craig, right side. He'll get about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And we mentioned the 49ers off to a great start, the best since '52. And we asked Coach Bill Walsh why.
Well, I think we played well each week. Not a complete game by any means because given areas have had people injured, but we played well each week as a team. All 49 men have contributed. On the other hand, it's a 16-game season, so an early start doesn't necessarily mean a strong finish. We have to play them one at a time.
Now, wait a minute. Did he say you have to play them one at a time?
Don't they all? 2nd down and 4. Montana. Russ Francis was going to run before he had his hands on it. He's having a good year, and the crowd looking for something to cheer. The cheer is the fact that Russ Francis was running before he actually tucked it away.
He's made some terrific catches on Monday Night Football. He's not going to be pleased with that.
He's a rare dude, isn't he?
He really is.
Skydiver, flies his own plane, helicopters.
Yeah. And he also knows for sure that camera's on him right now. He knows nothing about that Monday Night. He's
look at that neck. It's turned the color of his number.
You give me a break. Get off of me, Chet.
3rd down and 4. 3:53 remaining in the half.
What are you going to throw at him, Coach? Tell me.
I'm going to throw the ball, I'm going to tell you that.
Okay.
I'm back out of the backfield.
Look out. Look out.
Oh, this is Tyler.
Out of the backfield.
He has a first down. And he is hit by Larry Flowers, but not until he gets the first down out over the Giants' 35-yard line.
Hello.
Hello.
Joe Montana does something so interesting to me. He makes everything look so easy. He is a top-rated passer in the history of this game, and he never there's nothing really terribly dramatic about it. He just gets it done all the time.
I think he needs a more dramatic name. I think we should start calling him
Joe Wyoming?
No, Johnny Joe Idaho.
All right.
Yeah, Johnny Joe Idaho, number 16.
First down, 49ers. On top, 28-3. Working from their own 37. Montana throws behind Russ Francis. Incomplete. Kenny Hill had Russ Francis well covered.
He actually did. I wonder if he just threw that one away or if he thought Russ was going to make a little spin back to the inside.
Well, he knew behind him Lawrence Taylor was coming.
That might have been the reason he threw it right there.
Yeah, I know I don't have too much time.
It's certainly a good reason to throw it. All right, let's go.
Second down and 10. Joe Montana missed the Philadelphia game 2 weeks ago completely. He's wearing a flak jacket for bruised ribs. I'm surprised to see.
Look at that delivery.
Gets the ball to Tyler. A flag is down. It could be a holding call.
Oh, is that quick?
That was beautiful by Joe. Billy Joe or Johnny Joe Idaho.
Johnny Joe Idaho.
They'll bring it back.
He had a quick draw. Whoa, that was nice.
There's a flak jacket. You can see as we were in tight.
He doesn't like it either, does he?
He doesn't like it.
Now, he was trying to take it off or part of it off.
Holding.
Yeah.
Number 77 on the offense. Still second down.
Let's take a look at it again. Bubba Paris was holding. Bubba Paris trying to go on a bad knee tonight.
All right, little quick play action.
Actually, you see it right there.
Yeah.
Watch this wrong leg delivery. Not too many quarterbacks can throw the ball like this.
And he knows where Lawrence Taylor is. Look at that. Now, that's nice. Little quick flip. That's that Grace wrist action.
But Taylor was counting on number 9 right there.
He was, wasn't he? And Johnny Joe hurt him, too.
Second down and 20. The Niners at their own 27-yard line. Tyler. The ball is loose. There's a scramble, and I believe the 49ers come back with it. But Tyler was really hammered on that one.
Wendell has a way of keeping it interesting. I don't care what the score is.
You'll keep your defense in the game.
Yes, sir. It's a, O.J., I think when you, unfortunately, if you fumble a few times, and everybody starts saying, oh, he's a fumbler, he's a fumbler. Don't you think the other teams really kind of go for the ball a little bit more then?
Well, they don't have to in Wendell's case. They do go. Wendell is a fumbler, but he does those things, those positive things
let's face
for
it,
you.
all really good breakaway backs fumble the ball a lot. You look at Tony Dorsett, one of the all-time greats. Look at Marcus Allen. I know you never talked about much, but he's that.
No, I fumbled my share of time.
They do it because of the effort they put into it. They're always twisting, sliding, trying to break to the big one.
And some of us twist and slide a little more than others.
That's it.
Wendell's one of those guys.
Third down and 23. Carl Monroe, rookie from Utah, in the lineup now. As hello, one to Dwight Clark.
Dwight said, look here.
Dwight Clark is pounded by Gary Reasons, a rookie out of Northwest Louisiana State, and Harry Carson.
Well, I tell you, if Dwight was healthy, when you're real sharp, before you turn around, you throw a little move first, then you turn around and see where the defensive players are. He turned around immediately, and he paid the price.
We have 2:14 remaining in the first half. Dwight Clark coming out, the punting team coming on for the 49ers, and we'll be back with more second quarter action in a moment. Dropping deep for the Giants on fourth down is Phil McConkey. Youngster we've been talking about for 5 years after graduating from the Naval Academy, and his first active year with the Giants. The flag is down as Runninger pounds one for the Niners. That's taken by McConkey at the 25.
He got some room there.
And he works it out to the 44-yard line. And the flag is down at the line of scrimmage. And here's Red Cashin. Procedure call against the 49ers. That could be one the Giants will decline to get the ball up near their own 44-yard line. 18-yard return there by McConkey.
Pretty good kick.
Failure to report. Number 99 of the offense. Penalty is declined. First down.
Yeah, he should know better than that.
They tell me McConkey suffered from chronic seasickness, Frank.
And he was a helicopter pilot, and he had fly off a carrier, and actually they didn't quite know what to do with him because he was great in the helicopter, but when he came down on the carrier, he'd just get absolutely blindingly seasick. Now, that's a problem. But it really did happen, I'm told, that we were talking about him last year in the second game of the season, and some Navy officials heard us talking about him and wonder why he'd only served 4 years. So they called him back, and he served out his full 5th year.
Probably Cowboy fans.
On first down, Phil Sims. Incomplete, and we're going to get the 2-minute warning. That was Carlton Williamson defending against Lionel Manuel. We'll be back in a moment. John Elway has really emerged out there. And, of course, Lynn Dickey, Jefferson, James Lofton, looking forward to that. Always looking forward to a trip to Denver. Second down and 10 for the Giants. 1:58 remaining.
Good move.
Sims, they should have blown a whistle on that one, but he gets the ball off to Manuel, and the whistle did not blow, even though Sims appeared to be in the grasp of the defender. That'll be a first down, Giants.
Nice throw, wasn't it?
Strong arm, because he really couldn't get anything behind it. He was in the arms of a defender.
Ron Ferrari jumped over the defensive back and grabbed Sims around his ankle.
Hurry up offense. The Giants have 1 timeout remaining. Sims gets another shot and fires another completion. This one going to another rookie, Bobby Johnson from Kansas. They have 1 timeout remaining. And the seconds are ticking away. 1:16, and it's moving. This time Sims hollering the pattern out to his wide receiver.
Good.
And complete again. And Bobby Johnson is inside the 20 to the 18. And a flag goes down as he was probably rough.
Our face mask hit him up around
One or the
head.
other. That will stop the clock and save a timeout for the Giants. Here's Red Cashin. Face
Yep.
mask. Eric Wright and Carlton Williamson were the defenders. Wright is 21. Williamson is 27. Let's take a look at Johnson in isolation.
They'd like to see him get off the ball a lot faster than what he did on this play, but once he got off the ball, he was able to run a nice pattern. He has a lot of speed. They got him as a free agent. He went to the USFL for a week. He came in here. He had 21 passes coming into this game, averaging over 18 yards of reception. He's a real fine prospect here.
And he has 4 touchdowns.
He better be fast, not be any bigger than that.
Giants with 1 timeout. They put Johnson up at the top of the screen to their right. Carpenter the single setback, and Tony Galvez, number 30, is in there also as a back and a good receiver. Sims looking for Gray, and it is incomplete as Gray was dueling Eric Wright. That stops the clock with 57 seconds. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, the 49ers are aware that their streak of not giving up touchdowns are in jeopardy. So they're tightening up. But as we said, they're the toughest team in football this year. And getting the ball in the end zone against, especially inside the 20-yard line.
Well, not a bad pass. But did you notice that Eric Wright, covering Gray all the way, did not look back to see where the ball was until Gray looked back. Good defensive play. Sims 11 of 21, 149 yards, 1 interception. On second and 10. Sims fires, and it's incomplete, intended for number 86, Lionel Manuel.
That's nice pass protection that time. Those guys had them all picked up. He had
Dana
good time to throw.
McLemore that time, number 43 for the 49ers. Stops the clock with 51 seconds remaining in the first half. 49ers have now 10 consecutive quarters. They have not given up a touchdown. They're looking to make it 11. They're 51 seconds away from doing just that.
49ers have 5 defensive backs in the game, maybe even 6, and Ronnie Lott is not one of them.
Galbraith in motion. Sims hit from behind, coughs up the football, and they're going to say his arm was in motion as Dwayne Board pounds Phil Sims, but he was able to get the arm in motion, so it will bring up 4th down and 10. Ali Haji Sheik in the crowd doesn't like it.
Ali Haji Sheik.
Can you blame them?
Phil Sims having a rough night. Still, he has maintained his cool, and that's what he did a week ago when the Giants did about everything wrong he could do against the Rams. Sims stayed in there, was 24-48, over 250 yards. Ali Haji Sheik is now 2 of 6 on the season. Rutledge gets it down.
He missed out.
Ooh, the crowd will not like this.
Ali Haji Sheik.
Yeah, you know, talked to him the other day, and he said he just couldn't quite figure it out. He does have a new holder, however. Last year was Scott Brunner. This year is Rutledge, and holders mean an awful lot to a kicker. We'll be back after this from the NFL. That announcement brought to you by the National Football League and, of course, an old teammate of mine, Sam Huff. 40 seconds remaining in the half. 49ers have 3 timeouts. We don't expect to see a lot of them unless they break a play from down in close. This is Roger Craig. Right through the middle for a gain of about 5. It'll be second down at 5. We will be bringing you halftime highlights. Jim Lampley here at Giants Stadium with us this evening. We'll be chewing the fat with you a little later on. 49ers broke on top. They had it 21-0 before the Giants hardly knew they were in the football game.
And you got 28-3, and the Giants still hardly know they're in a football game.
Well, they'll talk it over at halftime, and we'll see what transpires in the second half. There it is. Through a course of blues, the Giants leave the field. And we'll be back with halftime activities in just a moment. Stay with us.
This ABC Sports Exclusive is being brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Chevrolet, who invite you to see today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, live today's Chevy. By Sony, with Trinitron, Betamax, Walkman, and compact disc players. Sony, the one and only. And by Prestone 2 Antifreeze. America goes with Prestone.
Activities in just a moment. Stay with us.
This ABC Sports Exclusive is being brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Chevrolet, who invite you to see today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, live today's Chevy. By Sony, with Trinitron, Betamax, Walkman, and compact disc players. Sony, the one and only. And by Prestone 2 Antifreeze. America goes with Prestone.
Okay. Welcome back to a whole nother half of football.
Go and tell them what you've been telling us about the Giants in the second half.
What do we got to have the second half?
Keep in mind, you guys are color commentators.
Well, what are you going to tell us? What kind of ball game are we going to have?
Well, I can tell you that's the most points scored against the Giants team since 1977.
I could have guessed that.
In the first half, we looked deep to McConkey. And getting off, my colleagues. Ray Worshing set to kick off. The Giants down 28-3 as we begin the second half. Explosive first half of football of the 49ers. McConkey from the 2-yard line.
We'll give him some color this second half, won't we, you?
Oh, yeah.
And McConkey races out over the 20-yard line, close to the 22. 20-yard return. Phil Simms, who in the first half was 11 of 23, 149 yards, had the 1 interception on a Giant drive, moves back into the Giants' offensive huddle. The Giants 3-2 in the season. They've beaten Philadelphia, they've beaten Dallas, they lost to Washington, they beat Tampa Bay, and they lost to the Rams last week 33-12. The 49ers are 5-0, trying to stay with Miami at 6-0, the only 2 undefeated teams in the NFL. They'll be that way if they continue tonight. First down, Rob Carpenter, and Carpenter looks and pecks and gets his way out close to the 29-yard line, a gain of about 7. It'll be second down and 3, hit there by Dan Buns.
Frank, I remember when Rob Gardner came to the Giants. What a welcome he was. Because they really didn't have any running back then. He came in from Houston, wasn't it?
Came in from Houston, 1981.
Yeah, he was playing that I back or that U back, and he did an excellent job for them then.
Woolfolk, Giants #1 draft pick of 3 years ago from Michigan, gets the Giant first down out to the 37-yard line. Hit there by Dwight Hicks.
He's right. They made a first down rushing.
Let's take a look at what transpired. Actually, the stats were not all that different. However, at this point, it was 21-3. And then at halftime, it was 28-3. Montana had a big first half. 12-17, 3 touchdowns. On first down, that's Carpenter trying to find any kind of an opening, and he squirts out over the 40-yard line for a gain of a couple. It'll be second down and 8. Manu Tuiasosopo defensively.
There they go,
Tuiasosopo.
There they go, Manu.
Say normally in a halftime like this, I'm sure the coaches were yelling and screaming. It was a pretty emotional locker room for the Giants, and they come out fired up and they say, let's get one drive. Let's get one good drive down the field.
I think they scream and yell anymore, OJ. I think they say, please, I have a family. Sims again, he has the time. Just looks for the receiver, finds Woolfolk at the 45-yard line, short of the first down by about 2.5. Carlton Williamson there defensively for the 49ers.
Well, I got a stat for you, Don.
I love them. What
The
is it?
last 5 times the Giants have had 4th and 1, they have not made it. Last year, only 6 times on 4th and 1 in the entire season did they not make it.
Now, you mean 5 times this game?
5 times in a row. They haven't had 3rd and 1 too many times in this game.
Man, that is good research.
Third down, short yardage, call it 3. It'll still be the passing situation for the Giants. And they'll go from the shotgun. Sims has the time and tries to slide one into Ernest Gray, and Ernest Gray will draw a flag as Dwight Hicks was uncomfortably close. The secondary, the 49ers, playing very well tonight, considering they are really a beat-up bunch. Ronnie Lott has a sore ankle. Caused him to miss a game a couple of weeks ago against Philadelphia. There's the call against Hicks. We'll look at it in slow-mo. Good protection.
We're supposed to do some color on that, OJ.
Well, we have to see the players
Hey,
first.
he had it in there, and it could have been caught by Ernest Gray, but that's not the kind he catches. On 1st and 10. This time, Sims had the arm in motion, and that was it picked off, or did he trap it?
I think he got it.
Yes,
He got it.
Yeah, picked off.
Jim
It is
Farnhorst.
Jim Farnhorst, who
Brother of
has a brother of the offensive lineman Keith Farnhorst, and he comes up with an interception, his first of this season. Signed as a free agent after a couple of years in the USFL at Chicago, which later became Arizona. On territory. We're in the third quarter. 49ers lead 28-3, and Nehemiah sprinting down the sidelines, and right with him is Mark Hames.
Threw that one the wrong side and not far enough. I would imagine those sore ribs have a little bit to that. I don't think he can throw a little bit further than that, don't you
Yeah,
think?
he can. And Carl Banks, their #1 draft choice, a linebacker for the Giants from Michigan State, was putting a lot of pressure on Joe.
He's a guy that he's so good.
Well,
Yeah, well,
what was I saying? What was I going?
you were saying they were
Banks.
counting on him to start this
That's
year,
right.
but
That's exactly what
Andy
I was
Hedden.
he is in
pretty
there
good
now,
ball.
replacing Andy Hedden. That is Carl Banks. Started all 4 years at Ohio State, the Giants' first-round draft pick this year. Montana does it so well. The deep man's not there, so he dumps it off to Craig, and Roger Craig to the Giants' 44-yard line, short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and a long 1.
I think you could expect that the 49ers
What
continue.
did I say? Carl Banks, Michigan State.
Yeah.
We're going to hear from the alumni,
It's okay. You got it straightened out. With,
namely Dennis Lewin.
that's right. Okay.
3rd down and a long yard. 49ers have as their setbacks Craig and Wendell Tyler. Tyler had a big first half. And play action. Montana.
Oh, yeah.
This play's been going all night.
Yeah.
Roger Craig checking off out in the flat. He's having a big evening with it. Taken out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down inside the Giants' 30-yard line on a 15-yard pickup.
It's almost, that's the middle. If that linebacker goes to the inside and Craig just slips out, doesn't block him, check blocks, goes out there, that's the middle linebacker's guy. And it's very hard for him to get out there. He hasn't been doing it tonight, in other words.
Certainly can't get there in time. Everyone thinks that's a checkoff, but in Bill Walsh's offense, that's the primary receiver.
And if it isn't, it should be, because I think it's
He's wide open
every
isn't he?
time they've gone with it this evening. Something perhaps Walsh, who is a diligent film viewer, might have picked up against the Giants. On the first down, Roger Craig, right side, gets a good surge, and then he runs into Carl Banks, the rookie from Michigan State.
They had big Bubba Paris pulling at about 290 pounds. Bubba didn't hit anybody, but
He looked good pulling.
Roger, I would have stayed with him, yeah.
Yeah, he looked
He
good
looked
pulling.
good pulling. For
Yeah.
a guy with as big as he is, with the bad knees, pretty imposing coming around there.
Craig got 3, so it'll be 2nd down and 7, and the faithful linger on. 26-yard line, 49ers. They started at the 48-yard line of their own 48. Wendell Tyler gets a block from Craig and finds a little opening, and he gets very close to the 20-yard line, short of the first down, however, by about a yard. George Martin defensively there for the Giants.
Crowd is relatively quiet right now, but I don't see a lot of them leaving. You don't think that they have somebody at these exits taking names and they'll take away their season ticket holders or something like that if they leave, do you?
I think they're football fans here, and even though their team is not winning, they're looking at one of the finest football teams in the game, in the 49ers, and they're seeing some excellent execution.
We have seen some great plays tonight. Most of it, however, on the part of the 49ers, although Phil Simms has stayed very cool. Third down, a long one. Roger Craig goes up over the top, and I don't know whether he got it or not. He had to get very close to the 19-yard line, and they're going to mark it just inside the 20. So it'll be fourth down. With that kind of a lead, what do? You practice your field goal. You bring in your 3 tight ends, but we get Wershing and the field goal attempt for the Niners.
Moshin, the big Moshin Wershing. I love all the nicknames they give him. That's what's the one they told us last time. Mo.
Moshin.
And Mo Hair than anybody else on the team.
Montana will do the holding. It'll be a 37-yard attempt. Wershing, who won the opening season game against Detroit with the final second field goal, has it up in the air, and like Ali Haji Sheikh, he gets it up ever so quickly and splits the uprights. It's good from 37 yards out. We'll be back. It is now 31-3. There really is not a bad seat in this facility. Seats over 76,000, but you could get a little altitude sickness, I guess, way up there.
Nosebleed. They're having some. What are those guys? Uh-oh, be careful. They start hanging some signs
this
time.
is dangerous, too.
That is.
Guys working up way back in the back of the stadium. 3 levels. Bob Euchre's seats. Set to go now. 9:14 remaining in the third quarter. And McConkey has dropped for the Giants. Not a big man, 5'10", 170 pounds. And this time it's going to be Joe Morris, the former Syracuse running back, who is really pounded at the 15-yard line, hustling down there. Derek Harmon, the Ivy Leaguer from Cornell. Let's pause 5 seconds and allow our stations to identify themselves. Back at Giant Stadium, Frank Gifford along with Don Meredith, O.J. Simpson, watching the 49ers try to remain undefeated. They appear as if they're going to pull off that very easily. They had 21 points so quickly, the Giants really were stunned before they were able to put 3 points up on the board. They've added another touchdown and a field goal. They lead 31-3. 9:06 remaining in the third quarter. First and 10 Giants. Sims gets it out to Ernest Gray. And Ernest Gray holds on for a first down over the 25-yard line. Ernest Gray has had some spectacular games. 3 years ago, 4 touchdowns in the opener against St. Louis. As we get a little chalkboard work on the sidelines by the Giants.
Yeah,
I saw that.
That'd be a tough job. The defensive coach is telling the players this is what they're doing to us. There are a lot of lines on that one.
And he said, I know that, Coach.
First and 10 Giants at their own 26-yard line. Rob Carpenter. Carpenter has an opening, and he's out over the 35 and close to another first down before he's tripped up by Dwight Hicks.
That caught him off guard, didn't it?
All right, now we really have a 3rd and 1.
Carpenter coming off his own knee surgery of a year ago. Hurt in the 10th game of the season.
Off again. Maybe 2nd down. I think they may have gotten a first down on that pass to Gray.
Carpenter, the deep back. Wolfolk
Just 2 third downs.
up in the slot. And Carpenter gets the first down easily out near the 39-yard line. And I think that's their 6th attempt. They have had a 3rd and 1.
But I picked you out there, Frank, because it was really 2nd and 1.
No, it's 3rd.
No, it was 2nd.
Oh, choose.
Ernest Gray caught an out for a first down, and he just ran that play.
Well, then the other guy didn't quite make it.
That's the time remaining in the third quarter. 39-yard line. Wolfolk. Wolfolk with a gain of about 6 to the 45-yard line. Jim Farnhorst defensively there as Jack Reynolds is resting his other aging legs at the age of 37 years. He's getting a little bit of a breather tonight.
You know, with this kind of lead, one of the things that's, well, we'll get, Joe Montana might not come back and play much more because they found out when he was hurt that Matt Cavanaugh came in and could do a pretty good job. Might not be a bad idea to keep him out.
2nd and 4, Carpenter. And Carpenter will have another first down right at midfield.
See, that's the key. They shouldn't get any third downs. Then they can convert to second down. Then they wouldn't have a string of not getting first downs on third down.
That sure makes sense to me.
That'll say the same thing backwards. One of those tricks.
That's a good idea.
Giants just inside 49er territory. Going back to the old basics. Tough to do at 31-3. That's a youngster with a lot of promise. Lionel Manuel, number 86 in motion. Sims.
Bill, don't do that.
Bill.
Gets about 7 yards before he is really pounded.
Hey, Keena Turner.
And Louis Kelcher, number 94. They like to put his weight in the program, but their scales only go to 300.
He's coming out there. He's looking for 84 Mowat, the tight end that he's hit over the middle a few times. But Mowat was in a lot of traffic.
Brad Benson's number 60 there, you see.
Look at Kelcher. He looks like a van, number 94.
Look at Tina come in here.
He does weigh 310, Kelcher.
Bam, right on the head. 310.
2nd down and 4. Wolkoff in motion. Sims with a lot of time, but no receiver. Now he finds Carpenter.
That was a good move by Rob.
Carpenter still on his feet, and he gets inside the 35-yard line. He could have gone down the sideline and probably just picked up the first down. He brought it back to the middle, and it was a good move, Don. He tacked on additional yardage and a pickup of 10.
It looked like he was saying, I didn't block him, but throw it to me anyway. He was out trying to block. I believe that was Byron Hunt that came in there on him. Made a good adjustment. Got up. No, it could have been Byron Hunt because he plays on the same team with him. It had to be somebody like Dan Bunce.
Could have been one of those
very tricky offense.
Yeah. No wonder they're having so much trouble.
At the 34-yard line, first down Giants. Sims with a little rollout. Sliding pocket, if you will. They've tried throughout the evening. That one incomplete. Ernest Ray intended receiver. He was picked up. Covered very well.
So hard to throw that pass. I think that's the most difficult one to throw. When you roll out like that to your left and trying to throw a sideline, you really have to throw it all the way across your body, and usually your legs or something's going to get in the way.
Well, the 49ers aren't making it easy for him. I think they're rolling away from the corner that comes up to the line of scrimmage because he's rushing every time. They're throwing a lot of stunts and blitzes at him. I guess the 49ers are aware that they have an 11-quarter no touchdown streak going. And they want to keep it going to 12 quarters.
2nd down and 10.
Boy, they bring
Here comes
everybody.
the full blitz. Whoa! Tried to get it out to Bobby Johnson. Carlton Williamson with good coverage. It had to be man-to-man because the Niners were bringing everyone.
Actually, Carlton was sort of playing free there, and he came up from his safety position. I think he was thinking about scoring, and he overran the ball.
That'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Giants.
Are the Giants in a 4-down situation now, Juice?
3
I
downs
would say
and
so.
Ali Haji Sheik. He's certainly well within his range.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Make it 31-6. From the shotgun.
Look out, Warren. Look out.
Sims taken from behind. Good play. Dwayne Board without Fred Dean, who remains a holdout with the 49ers. He is the best pass rusher on the 49er team, and this time we do not see Ali Haji Sheik.
Now you tell me something, Don. Is that a sack for the lineman?
No, because he went past the line of scrimmage. See, I know a lot of those things. I'm into rules.
They bring up pass interference again one of these times. 4th down and 7. Giants are 1-4 in 4th down conversions this season. Sims has the time, and he gets it into Byron Williams, and he is very close to the first down. Eric Wright was all over Williams.
He didn't make it, I don't think.
He did not.
I don't think so either.
He needed to get to the 24-yard line, and he did not.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
First down, San Francisco, with 3:27 remaining in the third quarter. For Bill Parcells, a nightmare of a night, followed by one against the Rams a week ago. Let's take a look at the youngster from University of Texas at Arlington, banging into Eric Wright, who played him ever so well. So the 49ers get the football back. They'll have a first down and 10 near their own 25-yard line, and Montana stays on.
Three players have scored 4 touchdowns in a game on Monday Night Football. Well, one I'll say Joe Washington.
Yeah.
No, he threw for one, caught one,
Well,
ran a
no,
kickoff.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Let him say what he wants to, because I want to
I'm
hear
going to take a guess here.
Meanwhile, first down and 10, the 49ers. 3:27 remaining in the third quarter. They're on top of the Giants, 31-3. And this is Roger Craig, who's having a big night. And he is just compounding it, as he is there for a pickup of 9.
Didn't we just have a guy score 4 just out of the L.A. Raiders? Come
Who
on.
did? Who was that?
One of your buddies, the L.A. Raiders.
Marcus.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
See, Mark.
And I think Ron Johnson.
Well, I thought they meant
Ron
past
Johnson
years.
may have been the third.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's on the monitor. I didn't see it.
Ron Johnson had some big nights on Monday night.
Oh, boy. Why am I not up there?
Well, Eddie DiBartolo had an interesting thought.
Yeah, he certainly did. He was so happy that you were here. He said when you were here, the 49ers never had lost.
They've never lost a game that I was in attendance.
Except when you played for him, he said.
Well,
Craig is short of the first down.
I thought you leave that part out.
That was courtesy of Ahmad Rashad, who just dropped by. Doing a fine job, too, in debuting, as he did a year ago in this business.
I like that Craig. Roger's going to be okay. Young fella.
He really was something. They got him in the second round last year, and they teamed him up when they got Wendell Tyler from the Rams. And all of a sudden, they had no running at all in 1982, and last year they really turned into a team that can do so many more things.
Isn't this a good example of what they always say? They now pass and they set up their run. And I think that's what San Francisco has done.
They do mix it up. Wendell Tyler. And he just about popped that one for a huge one. But they hold him inside the 45 for another 49er first down. Terry Kennard defensively.
They're cutting them up.
Well, they got good backs and there's great backs, and Wendell Tyler has been flirting with being a great back for a lot of years. He's certainly right there.
He had 99 yards a week ago and 13 carries. He is now at 97. Came into tonight 477 yards on the year, and more than that, he's averaging 5.5 yards a pop, and he has not hurt that at all tonight. Tyler once again, and this time finds a big crowd over on the right side. Carl Banks, the rookie from Michigan State, defensively there for the Giants first.
Now, Don, what would you be talking about at this time of the game? You got your top receiver next to you?
Yeah, well, I can see what Ernest says. Phil's saying you're open over the middle. He says, no, I'm not. They're playing me too close. I'm open deep.
There's a little youngster he's talking to on the right. That is Bobby Johnson, the rookie out of Kansas. Lots of speed. Not much experience on the wings for the Giants. Second down and 9. Craig. Craig with that low darting style running. Picks up 3 yards. He's going to bring up third down and about 5. Jim Burt slides out there defensively for the Giants from nose tackle.
As I said, the 49ers are a type of offensive team that the players love to play in. And it's at this time of the game that all the players want the ball, you know?
Yeah.
Contract time at the end of the year. This is building up the old statistics time.
I want the ball.
And the 49ers are thinking about an early departure. They let the clock run out, and they have already changed sides of the field. That will be the end of the third quarter. San Francisco over the Giants, 31-3. We'll return for fourth quarter action after this from our stations. Fourth quarter action. Frank Gifford, Don Meredith, O.J. Simpson. The 49ers with the football, 3rd down and 6 at their own 49-yard line. They hold a commanding 31-3 lead in Montana. Looks over the middle. Wide open is Dwight Clark. Defensively, there was Kenny Hill, who recently acquired from the Raiders. Giants have been hurt at that strong safety position when they lost Bill Courier in the preseason with a back injury. Third quarter numbers had.
Yep.
And the 49ers rolling it up. The Giants working well between the 20s.
Giants had the ball a little more than the 49ers.
And if I said so many times in the past, time of possession doesn't mean much.
41-yard line of the Giants. The 49ers 1st down and 10.
Go to the
Montana
outside.
back again.
Look out.
Going for Clark. Comes down out of bounds. Incomplete. Kenny Hill defensively there once again. Dwight Clark. 297 receptions over the past 4 years. The best in the NFL. In our game, our final Monday night game last year against Dallas, Dwight Clark went down, had reconstructive knee surgery. Slow coming back, and once again starting to hit his stride. Came in tonight with 12 receptions and has caught at least one pass in each of the last 61 games he's played in.
Last year this time he would have had about 40 passes.
No. 3 receptions tonight for Clark. Montana looking over a 2nd down and 10. A whole lot of action. The ball stays in the hands of center Fred Quillen. Keith Farnhorst and Curtis LeGriff tying into each other on the right side.
That was probably the quarterback. That was probably the quarterback. It looked like he saw something and wanted to change plays, and he probably forgot to snap count that time.
That's coming up for the 49ers, Steelers, the Oilers. The Oilers struggling. They are the only team without a win. And then they'll catch the Rams, and it could be that Rams will be getting organized. They played well against the Giants a week ago.
You would think, though, they'd have a pretty good shot of 2 weeks. All of them.
Yep, I would say with those records, you would think they can go undefeated for a while.
2nd down and 15. Montana changing things up at the line of scrimmage. He'll have to hurry. It's to Russ Francis, and Russ Francis taken out of bounds by Kenny Hill. Francis very close to getting back to the original line of scrimmage. I'll remind you again, college football coming your way. It'll be live at 3:30 Eastern time. And from Dallas to Cotton Bowl, that traditional game, and this time it's even more exciting because the #1 team in the nation is the Texas Longhorns, and they're going to meet the #2 team, Oklahoma. And that's really happening down there. If you've ever been there, and I've been there several times, not to the game, but just Dallas itself really gets turned on for that one.
Yeah, they'll be singing the Eyes of Texas and Booming Sooners, and you'll hear it all.
3rd down, long yardage.
And go Ponies.
Montana practicing his audibles tonight.
Yeah, they had to work on something. Here it comes.
Safety blitz. Montana trying to get it up high. Mike Wilson, the intended receiver. Mark Haynes, one of the better cornerbacks in all of football. Multiple Pro Bowler. Had a little bit of contract problem himself. Mark Haynes had trouble in the early going during preseason. And he's one of the best. Harry Donatelli, isn't it?
That's over.
The last time I saw Donatelli, he was on top of Bela Schnitza in Sarajevo with ice in his whiskers.
I tell you, it's getting to everybody around here.
McConkey with the fair catch inside the 15-yard line for the Giants. 20-yard punt, but they put it just about where they wanted to do at the 14-yard line. We'll be back to the nuts in the booth in a moment.
We got some guys limping.
Got a credit to their defensive coordinator, George Seifert. Gray. Yes, at the 29-yard line, 1st down Giants. I'll remind you, coming up tonight on Nightline with Ted Koppel, 1 out of 5 Americans suffer from some form of mental disorder, yet only a small percentage seek professional help. We'll take a look at this problem tonight on Nightline following your late local news, and those of you on the West Coast, stay tuned after the game for Call to Glory.
We'll be talking about you, Don, on Nightline tonight.
1st down and 10 Giants. Sims. This is Morris, and there'll be a pickup of about 5 yards as Morris circles over the middle. The checkoff receiver, Milt McCall, whose father and brother were both All-Americans at Stanford University, where Milt McCall is also attending in graduate school there. Brother Bill, I played in the college all-star game with. His brother Duncan, also an All-American there. The doctors.
Luke Rockney coaching that team.
Yes. I told you already, he's on us, or has been. We'll learn to live with it. 2nd and 4.
Look out.
Right back in, blindside, Milt McCall, who in our game earlier in the year against Washington, Milt McCall had 3 sacks of Joe Theismann and has not had another one until tonight. There he is. Looks like Pop.
Nice looking young man, 6'6".
Whoa. That's what his father was, 6'6". Good receiver with the Chicago Bears. 3rd down and 8. San Francisco's 3rd sack of the night. Long snap. Count. Sims. Tries to get it in to Lionel Manuel. It's incomplete. He was covered by about 3 49ers, headed by Carlton Williamson and Dwight Hicks. They talked about the 49ers shutting out teams for the past 12 quarters from getting a touchdown. If you go back to 1934, the Detroit Lions had 7 shutouts in a row. That's 28 quarters, I think, isn't it, O.J.?
Yeah, I think so.
And so they're a long way from an NFL
What
record.
do you think,
I
Don?
think that's about right. 4 times 7 foot down.
McLemore on the end of the Jennings punt.
Carry
Flowers is down there defensively for the Giants. So with 12:23 remaining in the game. 49ers get the football back. They'll be at their own 27-yard line. That was a 48-yard punt by Jennings, and the Giant is hurt.
Bring back Gifford. Did they
My
miss
little
Bell?
grandson, Michael. He's big enough.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Flowers being assisted from the field. He made that stop on McLemore and was very slow getting up, holding a hip.
He doesn't look like
Stop
he's...
for just a moment. Don, O.J., 49ers are going to be 6-0 tonight. Is it the opposition that they have played? They have played Detroit, Washington, New Orleans, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. Or is it really, are they just that good?
I think they're a team with very few weaknesses, if any. I think tonight you saw a hot 49er team. I think they're the class of the NFC right now. I felt that 3 weeks ago.
Don?
I think the Giants are just doing best they can to make them feel welcome.
All right. Matt Cavanaugh is going to sample the wares. He comes in a quarterback for the 49ers, licking his lips. This season, 20 of 42, passing at 47.6%. Went all the way in a win over Philadelphia when Montana had to sit out. Hands off to Wendell Tyler. He's met by Leonard Marshall, and there is a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6. That's what it's going to look like. And they are going to have a 3-game lead over the Rams, the Saints, and the Falcons.
Snow White, and the 4 dwarfs. No, 3 dwarfs. Well, it's, Coach said we play them 1 at a time. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, it's 10 more.
And it's been a 49-man effort. Everybody on the team has contributed.
We'll have to wait and look at the film.
Yeah, you can look at films, and I'll tell you, these guys, some of them have been hurt. We've had people have been hurt, but it's all pulled together here.
Never had a year like this for injuries.
No, I don't know what to tell you, but boy, it's not, you know, it's early.
2nd down and 6. Tyler. And Tyler into the arms of Lawrence Taylor and Leonard Marshall.
Get off me. Stop it. It's got to be frustrating for the Giants, though. They had such a game last week. I thought that would be the incentive to play so much better this week. But I don't know. Here at home, in front of their home folks, a lot of those guys have already gone, by the
I
way.
mentioned last week about everything that could go wrong went wrong. The Giants gave up 3 safeties. That's an NL record. They have 2 blocked punts, 2 missed extra points, a missed field goal. They had 12 penalties for 95 yards. Phil Simms was sacked 5 times. They had 8 yards rushing.
And how many passes were
6
dropped?
drop passes. And they fumbled a kickoff return.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah.
Cavanaugh, look out, draws a crowd.
Oh,
Almost gets a touchdown shot to Wilson. He would have been gone.
Classic case of buying time in the huddle, in the pocket. Most quarterbacks in the NFL would have been sacked on that play, but Joe Montana has the quick feet. It's amazing to me how he can see those guys coming on him and still pick up a receiver downfield.
It is, too, but it's also amazing how that was Matt Cavanaugh.
Yeah. Matt's got the quick feet. It's amazing to me how Matt Cavanaugh
it's the same feet. He borrowed them from Johnny Joe Idaho. Look out.
Donkey takes it out of bounds. Some of the quickest feet in all of quarterbackdom are here tonight.
That must be some of the guys in our truck down there.
We'll be back with more action with 10:40 remaining in the game in just a moment. The win from him. We'll be back in a moment.
Don't let him.
That one to Mike Wilson just off the fingertips. Mike Wilson, who performed such great heroics in the NFC Championship game against Washington last year when the 49ers came back from a 21-point deficit and almost won that. It was Mike Wilson who caught a couple of Montana touchdown passes. They've got some weapons. And more than that, they have the momentum going.
Yep, and they love to play the game. Bill makes it fun. You know, where most coaches will go into a room with a quarterback and tell him what he's thinking. When Bill has an offensive meeting, he tells the whole team what he's thinking on each play, why he's calling each particular play, and the players all know what they're looking for, and they can call the audibles when they look at the defensive lineman could if they wanted to.
2nd and 10. Gary Carman, this is the rookie from Cornell. He was the MVP in the Ivy League a year ago, a 9th-round draft pick. And more than that, he was had a 3.5 grade average, majoring in engineering physics.
My goodness.
That's pretty heavy stuff.
That is really heavy. You didn't make that up, did you?
No, that's like Kenny Hill of the Giants. He majored in molecular biophysics at Yale.
Yeah, but that's much easier.
These cats got some tapes out here.
Yeah. They're obviously...
we hear about so many of the other problems with players in professional sports and pro football. It's kind of nice to know we got some pretty classy people involved, by and large, a major percentage of them. You just don't read about it.
That's it.
Completion to Mike Wilson, and Wilson had a timed out, very close to the first down, and he gets it at the Giants, the 49ers 39-yard line. We are rapidly going to be outnumbering the fans.
Not shaving till the Giants win Super Bowl.
He's in deep trouble, isn't he?
That kid's in trouble.
8:56 remaining in the game. 6:56. 2 lights are out on my clock. I know. Watch the monitor, he says. This is Harmon. Harmon, good strong running out to the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 out of that to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Boy, it's a lot different when you're way ahead. Second unit guys come in, they want the ball.
You still get hammered, though.
Sure do.
Gary Carman had over 1,200 yards a year ago for Cornell. Taylor on the night, only 4 tackles and 1 assist.
You think they've been zeroing in on Sir Lawrence?
Yeah, I think.
You know, they did it in the 81 playoff game, too, and on a very tacky field out there at Candlestick Park. A lot of rain over the weeks out there. Taylor did not have the Lawrence Taylor type of game in the playoff game. And that's Bill Ring.
They also are running away from him every chance they get tonight, too, which I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them, I say.
Well, they've run at him a few times to keep him honest.
Goodness.
Well, I know the one on the left.
Well, the one in the middle is a Methodist.
Well, the one on the right, I'd like to have on my team.
There you go. I knew we'd get around to it.
They're down less than a yard for the 49ers. They bring in the 3 tight ends. Earl Cooper, John Frank, the rookie from Ohio State, joins Russ Francis. Wendell Tyler, by the way, has left the game. He's not coming back, but he picked up his 100-yard game. He has 14 carries for 101 yards for the 49ers. Bill Ring, right side. Ooh, and what a collision. Joe McLaughlin defensively there, along with Carl Banks.
Hey, some of those Giants are really taking some licks tonight.
And one Giant very slow getting up. That'll bring up 4th down, but there is a injured Giant. That's Kenny Hill, who was brought in to replace, as I mentioned earlier, an injured Bill Courier. Kenny Hill played behind the Raiders' Mike Davis over the past few years, and he is the injured Giant. He is being treated at the moment. We'll be back at Giant Stadium in just a moment. 5:02 remaining. Should be quite a football game. The Broncos, we saw them, they were struggling against Cleveland, although they came away with the win a few weeks ago, and now that defense has really come on. John Elway has developed a sense of touch that everyone knew that he would, and they, along with the Raiders, are 5-1 out in that Western Division of the AFC, perhaps the strongest in football this season. On 4th down, Runninger will kick for the 49ers. Came in and replaced Tom Orris after the 2nd game of the season. Former kicker for Philadelphia. They take a long count trying to draw the Giants off. An offside penalty would have given the 49ers another 1st down, and it will not have that much of an impact on the punt because Runninger will be kicking from almost midfield.
Delay for the offense, still 4th down.
Max Runninger, as a matter of fact, last year was 2nd in the NFC on punting average. There's McConkey. Runninger hangs it up, and McConkey takes it at the 14. Out to about the 19 before he is upended. And before 22, the Giants offense comes back onto the field. A 44-yard punt there by Runninger. The helicopter pilot.
It's good to see Sims coming back.
He just had the wind knocked out of him, and we were hoping that's what it was because the shot he took could have been disastrous.
Well, Coach Meredith, why
Yes.
would he be in the game right now?
Well, that might be a good question, too. But
Well,
mainly,
there's plenty of time.
Yeah. I didn't want to see him get hurt. I don't know. That is a good question. Why would he be back in there?
Galbraith, 30. Joe Morris, 20. Setbacks for the Giants.
Working on stats, maybe.
Morris bounces off the fingers. Doing what's left of the crowd jumps all over Joe Morris.
He's lucky that he didn't do that in the first half because they had a lot of folks here then.
You know, when he was up at Syracuse, he had a remarkable career there. He broke the records of Jim Brown, Floyd Little, Larry Zonka. He had over 4,200 yards, Joe Morris did, in his career at Syracuse. Giants got him a 2nd-round draft pick 3 years ago. Same year they made Butch Woolfolk their #1 draft pick. 2nd down and 10. This time Morris holds on, pops it open. And in a race with Williamson, Morris loses at the 45-yard line, but he has a Giants 1st down.
I tell you, I didn't realize he was that fast. He was motoring. Williamson had a little angle on him, was able to beat him. Morrison runs the same pattern he ran before, a little release and cross. It's a good job of getting upfield. As you can see, really, Carlton Williamson was upfield on him.
Got away from a tackle by Milton McCall and gets the Giants 1st down at the 45. 4:07 remaining. Giants next week will travel to Atlanta. And Dallas and Washington will remain atop the Giants' Eastern Division of the NFC, and they will meet in Washington next Sunday. Sims gets a shot, and it's complete to Joe Morris. Once again, he gets a pickup of about 7.
Well, when I look down on the sideline, all the 49er defensive players are standing up on the sidelines. They realize they have that streak going of not giving up a touchdown, and
they'll set a 49er record if they can get through this game without allowing a touchdown to the Giants. They've tied it already at 12 consecutive quarters.
Sure glad they had something that we could follow as closely as we've been able to follow this scoreless quarter.
Well, you've been a mountain of information in this period, Don.
A mound of sound rolling it around.
Sims, a lot of time, but no folks Finally locates Ernest Gray. Ernest Gray comes down with the ball at the 36-yard line. He'll have another Giants first down. Eric Wright was there in good position, but that ball fired in there by Phil Simms.
But he didn't get out of bounds. I mean, they're working on the clock. I mean, we're talking about clock time.
You know, I think the Giants may have gotten together on the sideline and said, hey, let's stop this 49er touchdown.
It's 31-3. It was 28-3 at halftime. So the 49ers here in the second game have outplayed the Giants 3-0.
That's a wonderful way to look at it. Yeah.
As I recall, I said it would be a little different half. This is Morris or Galbraith out of the backfield, and he'll get another Giant first down.
All right, I'm doing this by popular demand. Cards and Letters have done it for you now.
Oh, so you're not. Oh,
This telecast is presented by the authority of the National Football League. It is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the National Football League is prohibited.
Oh, OJ, you did such a nice job, but don't you see what they're doing to you? Nobody heard you read it.
86, Lionel Manuel, top of your screen as we head to the 2-minute warning, and the Giants will get another play off.
Boom.
Galbraith out of the backfield, and Galbraith is hit rather convincingly by Milt McCall and gives up the football. That stops the clock at 2:03. Yeah, Milt McCall is a pretty heavy hitter. 6'6", 230. There he is.
And they're going to bring in some new guys to play. They said they're going to throw it, so they changed defenses again. You know, the Giants played their, I guess they call their #1 unit defensively all night. And this is the #1 offensive unit they're going with all night.
Bill Parcells. Nice man. Came from New England, defensive coordinator up there, former head coach of the Air Force Academy, Wichita State, Florida State, a lot of college jobs.
Does he have any hobbies that you know of?
Well, Morris
To the end of that 49er.
and the 49ers keep their consecutive touchdown scored quarters alive, but just barely. Cut that out somehow. Yeah, 22-yard pickup by Joe Morris, and now Joe Morris is shaken up.
That's true. I want to remind everybody that ABC has the Winter Olympics in 1988.
That, of course, in Calgary.
That's right.
Downhill scheduled for the second day, providing it doesn't snow. 2-minute warning, and Joe Morris now getting to his feet. Giants have a first down and 10. Now keep in mind, the 49ers are looking for that team record-breaking string of quarters when they have not allowed a touchdown. Giants have an incentive to go for down here. That's Butch Woolfolk. Held short of the goal line, inside the 3-yard line. That's the time remaining in the game.
Yeah, well, they don't have all of their top people in, even though I see Michael Carter in the game, Olympic silver medalist from shot put.
SMU graduate.
SMU guy, yes.
That's right.
He's in there at nose tackle, but of course they're now in their goal line defense, so they drop into their gap defense. Second down, goal to go. Woolfolk broke it. He broke it. And the Giants get it in the end zone, and a smattering of the crowd that was here at the beginning of the game. Let's burst the cheer. And there goes a possible 49er record of, that's it, not having allowed a touchdown for 13 quarters.
I don't think it's going to dampen
Giants have won the second
celebration.
half, gentlemen.
Well, you called it.
Yep, the Giants just pushed them around in the second half out here, I'll tell you that.
Ali Haji Sheikh for the conversion.
Hi,
With the thrill back in the extra point.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
And the crowd cheers. Very knowledgeable and aware crowd, these Giants fans. But they, of course, are cheering because it was Ali Haji Sheikh who missed 2 field goals a week ago against the Rams.
You sure they're not cheering because the Giants won the second half?
No, but they're knowledgeable because most of them went home about a half ago.
So we don't know.
I
if this
said
is
there
the
was only a
knowledgeable one
smattering.
You did, but you said they're very knowledgeable, and I'm agreeing with you. They're very knowledgeable.
Butch Woolfolk, former All-American at Michigan, born right here in New Jersey, played high school football at nearby Westfield, New Jersey. He quite a thrill. Went off to make All-American at Michigan, came back as the #1 draft pick. Woolfolk on the night, struggling to 18 yards on 7 attempts, but he did get the touchdown. McLemore drops back, but of course the 49ers are thinking onside kick. Giants desperately want that ball back.
Yes, they do. It's going to be a trick one. Watch this.
Look at this one.
Look at Ollie Hodges.
A trick bounce. And Earl Cooper, the sure-handed 49ers, were all lined up there anticipating the onside kick. And the Giants did not disappoint them. 1:16 remaining. So the 49ers will remain undefeated, tied with Miami. On the night, 3 touchdown passes for Joe Montana. He only had 6 coming into the game. And, of course, Dan Marino down in Miami having a tremendous year. He's at 15 touchdown passes. Now Montana has 9 on the season.
Send draft picks.
1st and 10, the 49ers, their own 49-yard line as we wind down. Reminder once again, we'll be in the mile-high city of Denver, hard by the beautiful Rockies. And we'll be watching the Broncos go against the Green Bay Packers. Marino, of course, had 2 touchdown passes yesterday. That brings him up to 17.
That's good.
He had 15. He had 15 through 5 games.
All right.
2nd down and 8.
You broke the 49ers scoreless quarters, Wolfbrook.
I congratulate our spotter, Steve Bazika. He's celebrating 30 years of marriage with Helen, October the 10th.
All right, Steve.
He used to be 6'4".
Yeah.
Helen, wonderful lady, a little tough. 48-yard line. The 49ers have a 2nd down and 7. They're letting the seconds tick off.